Love and a sexless marriage. Can marriages survive if there's no lovemaking going on? No. It's a question of time. How long is it going to take before that marriage collapses? Why? Well, there's a great difference between men and women in terms of making love. And I'm not talking about just having sex. We all know there's a massive difference between having sex and making love. One is about our physical need. The other is about an intimacy that's created inside the relationship. And many marriages have unfortunately slid into being sexless. Now, for women, this is a lot easier biologically than men. Women can turn off that desire. Perhaps they've been through abuse, and hence it's very easy for them to shut that down because it brings back those painful memories of the abuse. And for men, if you're in a relationship with a woman that's been through that, you need to be very slow. You need to be very careful. You need to be very understanding of her emotions around this. But you can work your way through that. And if you're a guy, it's completely different, because the only time that men get a massive dose of oxytocin is when they make love with their partner. Now, oxytocin is the connector hormone. Women have a lot of it when they're pregnant, but they also have a lot of it when their man is in his masculine state. And that connection is then felt. But for men, it happens after making love. Now, often men will be driven just by the biological need to have sex. The problem with that is that they might get their biological need satisfied. However, what's going to happen is they'll want it again and again and again immediately afterwards, because they haven't satisfied the emotional need. And that emotional need can only be satisfied in making love to her, because then there's that dose of oxytocin, that connection that he feels. And when that connection is in place, the arguments are a lot less, a lot more intense, and further apart. And that's the aim inside the relationship, right? Is to be able to get that on a consistent basis. So if you want to move out of a sexless marriage to one where there is this intimacy being created, that comes through a difficult conversation. And difficult conversations are the best conversations to have inside a relationship. They're always on topics that are difficult to have, difficult to work our way through. And yes, it might cause, a lot of emotion, but it's well worth it in terms of you being able to reconnect on that sort of basis with your loved one. So if you're caught in that relationship, time to break out. If you need assistance with that, reach out either to myself or my team. We have a team of 21 coaches, relationship coaches, that can assist you in any area of your relationship. And I'd also mention that I'm going live every Monday morning on Australian Western Standard Time, which is 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in the United States, or it's 7:30 Eastern Time in the United States on a Sunday night. So if you want to join me then, you can ask any questions that you might have on your relationship, and I can interact with you directly so I can answer those questions on those lives. Look forward to seeing you there, and thank you for being here.